on hand for the Bud Waterski Tour presented by SeaWorld. Yes, the folks are here. The fun is, too, this is the first stop of the 1993 Bud Waterski Tour. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Debenham, and I'm sure these folks are interested. Hi, how you doing? How are you? You are? You're not interested. Thank you, Paula. Well, I'd like to introduce you to my partner right now, Wayne Grimditch. He's, where is he? He's lost. He's checking out the water. Oh, Wayne.
Get serious. We've got a women's show to do.
I think I got the bent.
Oh, just the women are featured. Just a women's show.
Women's show?
Women's show. Women in water skiing.
Impressive. Here.
Right here, right now.
Wayne, you're an animal. And speaking of animals, the gorilla's on the loose, and so are the ladies as they take to the water. Next here on ESPN, it is Ladies' Day. We've got the finest women slalom, jumping, and trick skiers in the world coming up on ESPN. The 1993 Bud Waterski Tour is brought to you by Mastercraft, the leader and pulling farther ahead. And by Sea-Doo Watercraft. Everybody's doing it, Sea-Doo. The women are up next. Stick around.
Until the tick-tock, you don't stop. You put a can in your hand and just pop the top. Hey, yo, Chris, what's up, love? What's that in your hand? It's an S to the B-R-I-T-E can. Understand the course, Chris drinks the crazy twist of unexpectedness that you should never miss. So what's your name? Daddy, M-A-C. And what you drink? S-B-R-I-T-E. Why? Cause it's a lifesaver when you need thirst quenching like a kiss with a lime and twist. Now you know that's kicking. Word. So drink up is what you gotta do. Why? Cause I like the Sprite in you.
Mixed nuts never give you enough of your favorite nuts, but new Fisher favorites are all favorites. Pecans, almonds, peanuts, lightly coated with luscious flavors. Toffee, honey glaze, praline, plus large whole cashews, so...
That's my favorite. No, that's my favorite.
Every nut is your favorite. New Fisher favorites.
It's Fisher flavor, or it's just plain nuts.
I've been called a fanatic. But fanaticism and Mastercraft boats took me to 4 world overall championships and a world record. I'm still a fanatic, but now I've got a family. And Mastercraft's new open bow ProStar 205. It's got AWSA approved performance and room for my family. Mastercraft's new ProStar 205. The boat for fanatics.
Hey, Mommy.
With family.
And welcome back to Orlando for the Bud Waterski Tour. A beautiful day. Temperature of 87 degrees, water temperature of 70 degrees. Nonetheless, I'm sure that our performers in the SeaWorld opening ceremonies do not want to take a dunk. And there's a good crowd here today, Wayne, and they're anxiously awaiting the first event that will kick off the Bud Tour.
Which will be the women's trick skiing competition, something that we don't see often on the tour. It's presented by SeaWorld. Now, basically, this is gymnastics across the water. 2 20-second passes to complete as many tricks as possible. The line length and boat speed are optional. Each pass is worth 50% of the score. And once again, they will try to spin on, flip, and twist off the wake to rack up points to ski away with a victory.
Well, our first skier on the water is Jane Peterson, 22 years old, the 88 and 91 national trick champion. She knows what she's doing.
If you're not familiar with the sport, you're probably wondering, what is she doing with the rope? Well, it is on her toe. These are toe hold maneuvers. She's off the wake, spinning 360-degree turns. Very, very difficult maneuver. First time that was ever done was by a man skier in 1969. She's exhibiting tremendous control, slides that one a little bit. Now, there are 5 judges on shore that probably won't give her credit for that trick, but she's standing up and she's maintaining a nice balance and finishes the first run with 31.70.
Well, that's Rhoni Barton, who's waiting for her run. However, she's got to wait for Jane Peterson to finish up her second run. Once again, amazing what these athletes can do here.
What they're doing is they're jumping off the wake, spinning over around in the rope and trying not to get tangled up in the rope. This is the second of 2 passes, commonly referred to as the hand pass. She's doing a 540-degree turn, tremendous, and then in the reverse direction. Now she'll do one to the back. Very nice, difficult maneuvers. There, a body over just at the end, trying to throw her whole body over the rope, just barely misses.
Now she went down. Explain what happened here. She's spinning off that wake.
She jumped. She's going to try to jump up and over the rope with her whole body and just gets the hand a little bit away from her. But a nice effort.
Great effort by Jane Peterson. Well, this is Rhoni Barton, new to the tour, and why not? She's just a junior in high school out of Canyon Lake, California.
And this is her first time on the tour. Might be a little bit nervous, but she is the world junior trick champion, has a lot of experience in this as a young skier, fine technique and competitive instincts. She is going to have a bright future, and she's doing a hand pass. There's a couple of 540-degree turns, another one, nice control. Throws in a body over, tremendous. Oh, she gets pulled out.
Oh, man, how did she hold on? What a tremendous athlete.
She almost catches an edge, but then she lowers her center of gravity and pulls it out.
Rhoni Barton, 17 years old, shows what an athlete she is as she hangs on and racks up some great points. Now, this will be her second pass, more commonly referred to as her toe pass. And Wayne, you got to explain this one to me. Why is she out there with her foot? Isn't this a little bit dangerous?
It can be very dangerous if you don't have a release in the boat, a rope release, and someone manning that release that knows what they're doing. Years before, frequently people could get knee injuries when you catch an edge. But right now, Rhoni Barton is performing some wonderful toe surface turns, and those are 2-toe wake back-to-backs, very difficultly done. 35.20 on the second run. As in the hand pass, it's very important to keep the leg very close to the body to maintain overall body control. Dan is down the dock with Rhoni Barton.
Rhoni, you come in at, what, only 17 years old. You're pushing some of these women right off the bat, and that is the word on you, that you are tough mentally.
Well, thanks. I'm trying really hard. I'm excited to be here. And I was a little nervous out there. The big crowds and everything, you're not used to that in junior competition, but it was really fun.
Well, from the youngest competitor out here to one of the veterans, Kristi Overton, who won the 1992 Masters in slalom. She's the 92 Tour champion in slalom. We don't see her out on the water much, but she is a good one when she wants to trick. She's from Greenville, North Carolina. Standing down on the dock with her father, Parker Overton, is Wayne Grimditch.
Okay, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Good girl, good girl. Okay, that's what we need right there. We need that at Callaway also. Good time, good time.
I think she heard every word. She was very obedient.
Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
We need that.
You know, I know she hasn't been really working that much on her tricks. Her slalom was so sensational last year. How much time has she really spent on this, Parker?
On tricks, she started basically probably about 3 weeks ago, and much to my sorrow, she started back jumping again. So.
Oh, she did, huh?
You being a world record holder, you know, at one time, you know what jumping's like.
So she might be a little sore out there.
Well, it could be,
yeah.
But at the same time, I'll be glad for her to get it over with. She wants to jump at the Masters and the U.S. Open this year and possibly the Worlds.
She is a strong woman, Wayne, 5'7" and 140 pounds, and she is now attacking the course once again.
One of the taller trick skiers like Rhoni Barton, but performing terrific maneuvers here, has great balance and timing, something that we see frequently out on the slalom course. And there she hangs on, pulls out of it, uses that upper body strength, moves into some step overs. Very nicely done. Step wake back to back.
2,070 points for Kristi Overton. Take a look at the replay and take us through it, Wayne.
Here she kicks her foot into the back body, goes into a 540-degree turn to the front, turns backwards, and does one in the reverse direction, getting great elevation and very cleanly done.
Well, the crowd likes what's coming up because it is the Larson twins, Britt and Todd, and they are the best in the world when it comes to tricks. Stick around.
Over 30 million Americans suffer from impotency. However, the All-American Vascular Clinic wants you to know that now there is hope through medication. The All-American Vascular Clinic specializes in a medical breakthrough treatment that is non-mechanical, non-surgical, and has proven 95% successful. Our doctors will confidentially answer any questions you may have, So call the All-American Vascular Clinic today at 1-800-234-3340. Enjoy a healthy and satisfying life again.
In these belt-tightening times, your budget could probably use a breather. That's why you should tune in to Home Shopping Club for breathtaking savings on the latest looks, things that glitter, help for your home, and high-tech fun. All delivered right to your door. Home Shopping Club membership is free and automatic with your first purchase, and satisfaction is guaranteed. It's just the kind of relief your budget needs. Home Shopping Club. Great bargains, guaranteed.
Music to videos of athletes doing the impossible. Well, you get ESPN's Max Out. That's right. Every day, we bring you the greatest in extreme sports. That's right. Maxed Out Maniacs. They're crazy. Watch this. See what I mean? Max Out, weekdays on ESPN, where the impossible can and usually will happen.
Hi, I'm Charlie Paul, owner of a nationally known ice cream shop. If your hair is thinning like mine was, do what I did. Call Hair Club for Men.
The first thing my wife said when she saw it, that I looked 10 years younger. That was the first words out of her mouth. Not hello, not hi.
I feel good about myself when I get up in the morning. It's easy to maintain and manage.
So call now for your free video on Hair Club's developments in dealing with thinning hair. To help our clients, see how this free video can help you too.
And welcome back to the Bud Waterski Tour. We're in sunny Orlando, where there are plenty of people and there are plenty of things to do. Wayne Grimditch found that out on the beach beat.
Well, I've sailed the Gores before, Corpus Christi, Aruba. Nothing quite as challenging as this. I think there was a shark. Well, everybody's entitled to their fantasy. What do you think, Devin Hand? Pretty good, huh? Good foot position, the whole thing, huh? Good forearms, look at that. High winds, you grab it like this, I think. Right.
Obviously, you never know what you're going to find when you stop by the Bud Waterski Tour. However, you'll usually find the Larson twins, Britt and Ton, two of the best trick skiers in the world. Or is that Ton or is that Britt? I'm not sure. One thing's for sure, though. These twins are best friends and have shared the #1 or #2 spot in trick skiing the last 4 years. They love their sport, they love each other, and well, quite frankly, they love goofing around. Whether it's on the water or inline skating, the bottom line is they love to be the best, and they are in trick skiing.
Being #1 and 2 is definitely a wonderful feeling. It gives you a lot of self-confidence. It makes you feel like if you put your heart and you put your mind into doing something, you can accomplish anything. Anyone who's in competition would be really lucky to have a twin, just because we push each other to be better. And sometimes, because we're so similar and our body moves so similar, I know what I need to do just by watching what she does. If she can do a trick better than I can, all I have to do is look at her doing it, and I can try to figure out what is it that my body's not doing that her body is.
And who is it that lends the twins all of their advice? Well, their father, their confidant, and their coach.
We always worked as a team. We knew that if you didn't work as a team, we'd destroy each other. And they could either be their best friends and we would learn together, or they would work against one another. And we wanted them to work as a team, and not only as a team, they became really close friends, and they still are really close friends.
It's taken a lot of dedication and a little bit of pressure, but it was our choice to have that pressure. My parents always said to us, you know, if you want to stop, we want you to stop. It's all up to you, but if you're going to do it, we want you to go all the way for it. Don't do something halfway, go all the way. And so that's what we tried to do.
And that philosophy goes beyond water skiing, like the environment.
It's a lubber grasshopper. Aw, perfect face. They turn really big and yellow, solid yellow. Look at him feeling with his antlers. When he starts to walk, he'll stick them down. Watch. See if you can get him to move. Go on. We first got involved in the environment because there's a place near our house. It's an environmental center where we teach children, and it gave us the opportunity to put our major into use, which was elementary education, and also be outside and be involved in the environment, which we love to do. and also allowed us to have ski time. I think that environment is going to be a really important part of education now. You see it coming into the schools a lot. You see a sensitivity towards it with teachers, and hopefully it'll look, one, good on a resume, and two, since we're so interested in it, maybe we'll be able to do something within the school that we teach at.
Their interests extend beyond water skiing and the environment. They list their hobbies as snow skiing, cooking, photography. They are best friends, and they are determined to shed more light on this unique sport.
Any exposure that trick skiing gets is exciting because it's got to be out there for people to take a look at. In order for them to love it as much as we love it, they have to be exposed to it. And if they would just take the time and the energy to find the kind of gratification we find in it, I think that people would really love it. And they probably only want to see trick skiing.
And how do you high five when you're twins and two of the best trickers in the world? With your feet, naturally. And we're back now to live action. And that right there is Britt Larson. It's hard to tell these two apart, believe me. They both are phenomenal at their sport, and they are identical twins.
They are also a notch above the rest of the field. They just dance across the water, making it look very easy. Britt has had more highs and lows in her trick skiing career than Tawn. And sometimes when she gets in trouble, you'll see her muscle it a little bit more. But right now, steady and erect, great posture over the ski, tremendous balance. Remember, there's no fin on this ski.
Well, Wayne, I think you bring up a good point here. These women are only 5 feet 1 inch tall, so they look like they might not have the strength when they need it, but indeed they do. Let's take a look right here at the replay once again.
Britt showed us almost every variation of a toe hold maneuver. Surface, wake, and then a toe step over to the back. All of it so effortlessly done.
And this is her second pass now, Britt Larson.
And her fifth trick is scheduled to be a wake 720. 2 full revolutions off the wake. She does a wake back here. This should be the 720 coming up now. And she opens up and only does 1.5 turns. Deciding to play it more conservative, perhaps. She felt a little bit out of balance.
But that's going to cost her points, Wayne.
Yet she has one big trick left, and that's the wake flip, setting up for it right now. In the air, and oh, I think she's got it. Oh, she loses the handle. It's so important to keep the handle close to the body to maintain ultimate control. Perhaps she let it creep away a little bit and didn't get off the wake as much as she hoped. Let's take a look. Spotting the wake, it's popping off the end just a little bit short. But Dan's down on the dock with Britt.
I know you get asked this all the time. I want you to be honest with me, okay? When she beats you, does it make you mad?
No, because if anybody's going to beat me, she's the only person I want to beat me. Because I love her, we train together, she's my best friend, she's my best skiing buddy, and it's fine.
Now that's who has a chance to beat her right now, her twin sister, Tawn Larson, back-to-back world champion in trick skiing. Let's see how she does out on the water now.
This being one of the first major tournaments of the season, Tawn is trying to settle into a rhythm, a timing, flowing in and out of the tricks beautifully. Some toe wake back to back. She's going to move into a toe wake 360 front to front. Terrific. And a toe step over. Well done.
What power these girls must have, the twins. I mean, they're only 5 feet 3 inches tall, and yet the strength of their legs and lower back enabling them to pull that rope up and dig in and pull out these tricks. I mean, this is really amazing.
You'll notice also how crisp the wakes are. Allows them to get clean off into the air and makes the judge's job a lot easier.
Good point, good point. Well, that is a great first run for Tawn Larson. This is now her second pass.
Let's see if she leaves in the 720. The trick her sister left out. Coming up right here, 2 full revolutions off the wake. Yes, and she gets on the back of her ski, but pulls it out. Very nicely done. Now moves into a series of 540-degree turns, 1.5 revolutions to the back. And then in the reverse direction, here's the big one, the flip. She falls a little short, and she can't pull it out.
Wayne, what is going on here for the twins? Neither one is able to land that flip.
Well, timing off the wake is so important and very critical, as you might imagine, when you're doing a flip. Misses the spring a little bit, doesn't have enough time to complete the revolution, lands squarely on the wake and can't pull it out. Now it's up to the judges as she takes a ride back to shore on the Sea-Doo. They'll have to decide who, and they have. It's 6,900 for Tawn Larson. Once again, the best trick skier in the world, followed by Kristi Overton and Rhoni Barton. Dan is dockside.
Personally, I would have liked to do a little bit better out there, but otherwise, I'm happy for taking first, and she deserved it too.
It's good enough to be first place. You're #1 in the world as well. Do you feel pressure because of that?
Not at all. I think that having that behind me gives me a little self-confidence. It can give me a little boost when I'm feeling down. You know, if I'm not skiing as well as I can do, I'll say, remember, you're a good skier. You can do things, just today's not your day.
Today was Ton's Day, though. Congratulations once again to our winner as Shamu, the SeaWorld killer whale, looks on. And speaking of killer, coming up, it's the women's jump. Stick around.
This ESPN program is brought to you by Budweiser. Fresh, pure, natural. Proud to be your Bud.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your Bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your Bud. Proud to be your Bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Bud.
This year, Subway will climb up to become the second largest restaurant chain in North America behind McDonald's. To celebrate, we're having a 2-cent sale. Everyone who buys a medium or large soft drink wins delicious Subway food for just 2 cents. Look for the 2-cent sale banner at Subway.
When life turns up the heat,
Can they start the wedding without me?
This shouldn't take long, honey.
nothing protects you like Degree antiperspirant. It's body heat activated to release extra protection. Degree, your body heat turns it on.
Hi, I'm Charlie Paul, owner of a nationally known ice cream shop. If your hair is thinning like mine was, do what I did. Call Hair Club for Men.
The first thing my wife said when she saw it, that I looked 10 years younger. That was the first words out of her mouth. Not hello, not hi.
I feel good about myself when I get up in the morning. It's easy to maintain and manage.
So call now for your free video on Hair Club's developments in dealing with thinning hair. To help our clients, see how this free video can help you too.
Okay, how about off the tree, through the trap, onto the green, nothing but cup.
Too easy. Bounce on the sprinkler head, hit the flagstick, nothing but cup.
The Michelob Pro Athletes Golf League Invitational makes a splash. Tomorrow on ESPN.
Oops.
It's the Bud Waterski Tour, and this is Emma Shears. Hello, everybody. Dan Debenham along with Wayne Grimditch back in Orlando, and this is the women's jumping competition, and that buoy right there in your lower left-hand screen signifies the world record mark, 156 feet. That record is owned by Dina Mappel. Put us through the rules, please, Wayne.
The skiers have 3 cracks at the ramp. Boat speed will be 32 miles per hour. The ramp height at takeoff is 5 feet, and it's a standard rope length of 75 feet.
First on the water, 18-year-old Emma Shears out of Australia. First year on the tour, but already she's proven she's a winner. She won at Moomba in Melbourne.
In the grand tradition of great Australian jumpers, this is the latest star. Capable of jumps in the 140 range, this is her first effort ever in America on the Pro Tour.
Well, that's not anywhere near 140. A very disappointing 107 feet. That is a poor jump by anybody's standards. Wayne, take us through here. What happened?
Well, right off the bat, she mistimed her cut. She was off the other side, so she didn't really get any lift. That jump was a result of speed.
Well, her second jump wasn't much better despite a fall. She only went 116 feet. This will be her third and final jump, and I know she is hoping for a better effort.
Well, she's made an adjustment on the 600-foot buoy, leaving her wider lates to generate speed to the ramp, cracking the whip, almost doubling the boat speed, kicking off the end. But once again, the left ski is off the side, not getting full extension.
123 feet. Once again, a disappointment for Emma Shears. Her debut in this country. Let's go through it again.
Also flying the wake a little bit, loses speed and angles at the base of the ramp, doesn't put her in an ideal jumping position.
Well, you can bet that Emma is looking forward to jumping once again, hopefully with better conditions.
Well, I think Emma will chalk this up to experience. These conditions were not ideal. She wasn't on top of her form, but she'll have another shot later in the season. Let's go dockside and find out what happened.
Emma Shears, congratulations on your first stop here on the tour. In fact, your first time to the United States. You come in at 17 years old, the youngest competitor by far. Has this been nerve-wracking for you?
Well, it was a little nerve-wracking. I mean, I'm competing against some of the best here in the world, and I mean, that in itself is nerve-wracking. But I seemed to handle it okay. I just didn't handle the conditions as well as I should have.
From Emma Shears to Sherry Sloan, 5 feet 4 inches tall, 132 pounds. This is one aggressive young woman. She launches herself off the pad, and right now she is looking for her second jump. Her first jump disappointing, only 115 feet.
And a great snap of the legs at the top of the ramp. Much better jump. Still well off her best, but she's having some difficulties with the cut. Not getting the angle, not edging all the way in. Didn't have her left shoulder down, so she was just a touch late on the extension.
Well, the girls are snapping across the wake at about 60 miles an hour. The boat speed is a constant 32 miles an hour, but they generate a lot of speed, a lot of force. This is Sherry Sloan's third and final jump.
Coming off a bad leg injury last year, broke her leg. The brace is there to support her knee and also the leg, so she might be just a little tentative out there today. But that's a little bit better jump, carried more speed into the ramp, but still slipped out on the ramp. But she did overcome some of the problems with the weather and perhaps some of her apprehension about her injury. Floating down far off her best, and she won't be totally happy for this performance. Let's hear from Sherry and Dan.
Sherry?
Yeah.
129, that puts you in the lead, but the honest question, are you happy?
I tell you what, I'm coming off an injury. I would have liked to go about 34, 35, but I'm happy about it. I'm here. We're back on ESPN. Things are going good. Give me another month. I'll be at the Masters, and I'll have everything together.
All right, on the water now, Jody Skipper from Australia, 23 years old, 5 feet 4 inches tall and 125 pounds. I love her accent, and I love the way she jumps.
And she gets off the end. More of a resisting type spring, not quite the quick snap of the legs we saw from a Sherry Sloan.
Yeah, 119 feet there, Wayne, but these just aren't the distances we're used to seeing. I think it's a combination of the first stop on the tour and maybe that new ramp.
Well, it's still early in the season, so some of them aren't quite rounded into top form, and you've got bad weather, rough water, wind conditions, and a new ramp to jump off of.
Well, when you consider all those things, I guess it's pretty impressive, actually.
You're being too harsh a critic, Dan.
Okay, this is Jody Skipper's second jump.
Here we go, edging, accelerating, trying to get the skis down, shoulder down, and kicking off the end, and then right ski goes to the right.
Uh-oh.
She does not sit up.
Uh-oh, there's a problem. Jody Skipper is down in the water. She is in pain. There is a problem here. Let's see how quickly they can get out to her. There are safety people stationed in the water, and I can bet that they're going to her as quickly as possible right now. There, Wayne, we heard it. She says it's her knee,
which is the most vulnerable part of the body in jumping. It's a violent impact. The skier's hitting it almost 60 miles an hour. You see her right ski spin towards the boat. The initial injury could be there, and certainly the landing did not help it at all.
Now, in fact, the right leg seemed to be almost dangling in the air. Boy, a tough break for Jody Skipper. Let's hope she's not injured too seriously, although she looks like she's in a lot of pain. Let's take a look again.
Body position has to be just precise when you're hitting a jump almost 60 miles an hour. It's a severe impact, a 2,000-pound object that is as slick as ice. The skis have to be right underneath you. Looked like her right ski got a little bit behind her. She was stretched, and it caused the ski to jam and twist.
Oh, boy, what a tough break for Jody Skipper. There's the safety people. Let's go to Wayne, who's standing by with one of the chief judges here at the event.
What's the general procedure here as far as safety? I know they got quite a good crew on hand here.
They have an excellent crew on hand. They will try to determine something out there in the water, at least in a limited basis, and get her into the bank where we can get someone to look at her in a more extensive manner.
Well, that's what they're doing right now. It looks like they're cutting her boot off of her ski, and they'll take her in. And as they do, let's go to break. We'll be back with more right after this.
The breakup of the Soviet Union. The rainforests. Global warming. English lit. Tuition costs. Red meat. What to do Saturday night. You've got the problems of the world on your back. We can help you carry them. Backpacks from Outdoor Products. Life's a journey. We'll help you pack.
Do you know what you need to know about managing your money? Take the Wall Street Journal Personal Finance Test and find out. How can you correct an inaccurate credit rating? Why are April and October the most popular months for buying CDs? How long is a personal check valid? You'll find the answers in this free book, The Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Personal Finance. The guide is filled with information, from financing your new car to refinancing your home. There's even information on how to lower your taxes. It's yours free when you subscribe to The Wall Street Journal. Every business day, The Wall Street Journal gives you the news, analysis, and insights you need to make the right decisions for your business, your career, your future. Subscribe now to The Wall Street Journal. Get 13 weeks of the Journal for $37, over 20% off the newsstand price, and your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance. Call 800-548-0100. That's 800-548-0100.
The first place Phillies clash with Ozzie Smith and the Cardinals tonight.
Like magic, they have all the balls on ESPN.
A 1993 Toyota 4x4. Nothing else comes close.
Welcome back. The ambulance has arrived for Jody Skipper. We'll try to update her condition for you before we go off the air. This reminds us that Dina Mappel is not here, the current world record holder in jumping. She's nursing some injuries. Camille Duvall in the water and getting set right now. He has come off some injuries and maternity leave. We went dockside to talk to her about both.
I had a baby 2 years ago, broke a bone in my back, and from taking ibuprofen and those kind of things, I had some ulcers, so I was hospitalized last summer with that. So yeah, I've had some health problems, but I spent the whole winter in the gym working really hard, and I'm just looking forward to being able to equal my personal best in slalom and jumping.
Which just happens to be 148 feet. Now, none of the competitors have come close to that so far today. We'll watch Camille, and we'll watch this new ramp that we alluded to earlier. The surface is now dimpled. It used to be smooth.
And not too many of the competitors are smiling about the dimpled surface. It seems to be a little bit on the slow side.
This is Camille Duvall getting set for her first jump. She is a tall woman, 5'11", 142 pounds.
Gets a pretty good extension off the top, moderate cut to the ramp, feeling out the conditions, but an excellent opening leap of 137.
That launches her into first place, and what a jump.
Deceptively, a lot of speed and spring off the top of the ramp. Camille Duvall, talented at finding a way to win the competition. And in her career, she has won 5 times the Pro Tour slalom title. Better known for her slalom than her jumping, but she nonetheless is a world-class jumper. Now, waiting late. Kind of crank those skis around, accelerate to the base of the ramp at about 60 miles an hour, kick off the end, still split and knees bent, but a longer jump.
I love the way the crowd reacts to that, too. Did you hear him on the short? Whoa, and here she goes.
She just collected herself at the last moment, pulling her arms in, her skis together, still not the full extension off the end.
Well, 138 is her second jump. Let's take a look at her third and final jump, and does she better it?
In an effort to gain maximum speed, she got all bent up at the base of the ramp, not squarely over her skis, missed her spring totally, and only went 128 feet. Dan is down on the dock with Camille Duvall.
You grabbed the moment, and you just flew. What was it like up there?
It was fantastic. The conditions were really great. We practiced on Friday. They weren't so hot. They were great today. We've been skiing hard all winter, training really hard, and it paid off today.
Oh, indeed it does. Camille Duvall comes back in a big way, 138 feet and first place, followed by Sherry Sloan. Britta Gray-Bay comes all the way over from the pond and winds up in 5th place. A beautiful shot of Camille Duvall and her new baby, now a toddler, she says officially. And when we come back, Helena, Kjellander, and the rest of the women attack the slalom course. Stick around.
Doing it wet, doing it hot. Everybody's doing it, doing it. Everybody's doing it. C2. Everybody's doing it. C2. Doing it with your buddies, with your honey, with the crew. It's you. Everybody's doing it. C2.
People get
so emotional. It's the biggest transaction of their life. They look to you for that help, and you just have to guide them through that process.
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Century 21, rated best at selling homes.
This year, Subway will climb up to become the second largest restaurant chain in North America behind McDonald's. To celebrate, we're having a 2-cent sale. Everyone who buys a medium or large soft drink wins delicious Subway food for just 2 cents. Look for the 2-cent sale banner at Subway.
This is your world, genuine and true, working together in all that you do, and you're giving it your best. Proud to be your Bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your Bud. Proud to be your Bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your Bud.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Houston from ESPN's Jimmy Houston Outdoors. Every week we take you on a journey outdoors, exploring the wilderness, enjoying the beauty of our environment. But our environment is deteriorating due to air and water pollution, lack of waste management and recycling, and the destruction of rainforest and wildlife. Please, join me in cleaning, protecting, and preserving our earth. It's the only one we've got. You can make a world of difference.
Welcome back. Helena Kjellander is getting ready to hit the water at about 50, 60 miles an hour. She zigzags the course in the women's slalom competition. Now she'll go head-to-head against Jennifer Leachman in a bracket situation. Kristi Overton and Susi Graham are in the lower brackets. Ironically, these two women, and there they are actually very good friends off the water. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rules.
This is a head-to-head competition. The course length is 259 meters. Quick, Dan, how many feet is that? Oh, it's about 900 feet. Very good. Low speed, 34 miles per hour. With each pass, a rope is shortened. That is the difficulty of this event. The winner is the one who rounds the most number of buoys.
900 feet. 900 feet?
About 900 feet. More than almost 3 football fields.
Well, this is Jennifer Leachman. She's 29 years old. She is 6 feet tall, 140 pounds, one of the best in the world. Had a great year in '91, a disappointing season last year, though.
She is a left-foot forward skier. There are 6 buoys, 3 on each side of the course. This is a symmetrical course. The buoys are positioned 37.5 feet from the center line of the course. So at a 47-foot rope, she has tons of room to get around the buoys.
And for a quality skier like Jennifer, this is a cakewalk, if you will, or a water walk. Get it, Wayne? A water walk? All right, this
Understand
is her
it completely, Dan.
This is Helena Kjellander out of Sweden. And boy, she is ready for a great season this year. In fact, she had a great season last year.
She lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years, has improved her technique and strength, so she's coming on very strongly. Studying for her master's degree at the University of Washington, she is also a left-foot forward skier like Jennifer Leachman and having no problems at the opening line lane.
47 feet off really isn't a challenge for these girls, but that's where they warm up. And so here comes Jennifer Leachman. They've shortened the rope length now to 43 feet.
Now there's approximately 5 feet of extra rope to get around the buoys. You'll notice her turns are a little bit quicker. Harder pulls through the wakes. She's moving into her offside for a left foot skier, a turn that she does very well, to her onside, and then back to the offside, all 6, no problems.
And that means that Helena Kjellander will have to hit the water next, but that is Susi Graham contemplating when she gets out there and goes head-to-head against Kristi Overton. This is Kjellander now, the European slalom record holder. Take a look at the wake. I mean, this is so impressive about these boats. For instance, the Mastercraft boat rips these girls down the course at 34 miles an hour. There's virtually no wake, and that's very important for these girls to be able to cross and turn and pull as tightly as they do.
Helena settling in on a great rhythm, very smooth, edge to edge, makes all 6. Brother Mike looking on.
And right now, he'll have to deal with Jennifer Leachman out on the water at 40 feet, and this is where it starts getting dangerous, Wayne.
A little slow up in number 2. She's late and fast into number 3, and she stands up to secure 3 full buoys.
Oh, now, we have her down at 2 buoys, but you're right, Wayne. Officially, she did get 3 buoys. That means Helena Kjellander has to get any part of 4 buoys, and she'll move on.
It's a pretty good start. Comes into her offsides. More forward on the ski. Got it slowed down. Rounds 3. Now she'll crank her onside turn. Stands up and edges again to just get outside of number 4, and that'll send her into the final.
And she is pumped. Look at her. It's like, yeah, I'm there. Helena Kjellander moves on, and now it's Kristi Overton and Susi Graham, a couple of close friends going head-to-head. First on the water is Kristi Overton.
This is the class of the field. She is a tour champion coming out of the '92 season. She is strong and very technically sound. Been training a lot with Wade Cox in the last couple of years, and it has paid off. Take a look at this style. Right foot forward skier, her onside turn just locks the handle into her waist, extends, slows down, accelerates, and she's around number 6.
You know, it's amazing. Slalom skiers put up to 1,000 pounds of pressure on the tow pylon as they are pulled behind that boat, and there are no problems for them. Susie Graham right now is on the water, 27 years old, and she's a good one too, as they say down south.
Just coincidentally, she got second in the tour standings last year. She also is a very powerful skier. Locks the handle in, rocks across the wake, and one improvement in her skiing the last couple of years is that she keeps her head and shoulders straight around the buoy.
Boy, you just love that wall of water that they spray up towards the crowd. The crowd loves it too. Now, there's Parker Overton and Susie's husband as their girls and wives go head-to-head.
Kristi Overton at 40 feet. This is where we saw Helena and Jennifer miss. She comes into number 3, cranks the ski around. The rough water and the wind not giving her any problem. Extends into number 5, and she's going to have a sensational run at 40 feet.
Boy, what great pictures we showed you there. As you can see her fighting the water conditions in the rope. Boy, she hung on. That was great shots, guys. Here is Susie Graham.
And just a couple of extra feet to get around the buoys here. She comes into her offside, buckles there, drops the head and shoulders. That's not good. Late into number 4, does it again, but still accelerates across the wake to the next buoy, and she's going to get all 6. A scrappy run, but she powered her way through the gate.
She was determined to hang on. This is great competition right now, head-to-head on the Bud Waterski Tour, and we do appreciate that fan being here. Here is Kristi Overton.
Frequently, the women get stuck around number 2. She gets a tremendous turn around number 3. That ties her tour record. Now she's going for a new tour record, and she gets 4 and inside of number 5.
Fantastic job for Kristi Overton. Her dad, Parker, is certainly happy. Susie Graham knows she has her work cut out for her now at 37 feet.
A rough start, and she needs to crank her on number 2, but she gets stood up and can't make it to number 3.
Oh, and that means that Kristi Overton is moving on and against Helena Kjellander. Kristi Overton cooling off in the water, says, congratulations, Susie, but hey, I beat you. Take a seat while I do some skiing. Interested in doing a little skiing of your own? Get geared up.
Conley's come out with a new calf technology, which is the only one in the industry. It's the Conley Advanced Profile Technology. It is a contour top, which allows Conley to build a superior product that's lightweight, yet has a very dampening effect. It also allows the sidewalls to be a little thinner, and it allows the ski to hold the edge really well and give me the sharp turns that I need out on the course.
Well, thank you, Helena. Appreciate that. And when we come back, more of the women's slalom competition. Hey, these guys are just showing off. Back after this.
Did you know Country Carpet, Polk County's largest carpet dealer?
Hundreds of styles and colors to choose from.
Thousands of yards in stock. Custom rugs and binding.
A DuPont-approved master store ensures your total satisfaction. That means helping you find the perfect carpet, installing it to the highest standards, and providing excellent customer service long after the sale. Come shop our warehouse for the lowest prices and installation in 48 hours.
Want to smile? Get HBO and Cinemax at special savings and get a free Fuji Quick Snap camera. Get HBO for original series that redefine TV, street smart comedy, and big screen blockbusters. Get Cinemax, the best movie network on cable, and get a summer of 1,001 movies. Subscribe now. Get HBO and Cinemax and get a free Fuji Quick Snap camera with free developing.
Happening sports. World Roller Hockey League. Roller hockey jumps from the street to the ring. A jamming generation out of line and blading into the future. World Roller Hockey. Check it out tomorrow on ESPN.
To help manage your money more wisely today, get the Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Personal Finance. The guide is filled with information you need to know before you buy a home, plan your retirement, or start saving for your child's college years. Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. Get 13 weeks of the journal for $37, over 20% off the newsstand price, and your free copy of the Guide to Personal Finance. Call 800-628-1100. That's 800-628-1100.
Welcome back. You know, every year there are new innovations, whether it be to the skis or to the boats. This year, for the first time ever, the boats are using fuel injection, and that's getting us geared up.
The fuel-injected motor allows this boat to accelerate far quicker, and we can get a much higher top speed because of the added power. It's much smoother, with better economy and much greater flexibility and drivability. This is a Corvette LT1 engine. It's fuel-injected 310 horsepower. One thing you notice right away is when you first start, there's no pumping of the throttle. It automatically compensates the computer, adjusts the air-fuel mixture to the right point where it automatically starts, and from a cold takeoff, there's no stumbling, no warm-up, no delay. In slalom skiing, you can actually feel the difference in the performance. Whether they're 135 pounds or 200 pounds, it's a much easier, much more flexible motor to drive, and it's far superior.
Advanced technology is vital to the driver. He has to maintain a half-mile-an-hour slalom tolerance throughout the course and not allow the boat to vary more than 4 inches side to side.
And I'm sure that Kristi Overton appreciates all of that, as this is her first run going head-to-head against Helena Kjellander.
Kristi would love to duplicate her run in the semifinal, tie the tour record 4:38, but that's a couple runs down the course now. This is sudden death slalom. She's made all 6, but any falter or fall, that's your score, and you're swimming.
And that's the exciting part right now, as Helena Kjellander certainly realizes that. Her first run at 43 feet.
And her mission today is to upset the tour champion, Kristi Overton. Now at 43 feet, she's just trying to get dialed in on the skis, stand forward in the turn, get back and away, looking nice, extending, accelerating, working her knees well before the buoy to get slowed down.
And absolutely no problems for Helena Kjellander as Big Brother Mike looks on, but out on the course right now, ready to attack, is Kristi Overton at 40 feet.
The start is so important. Let's take a good look here. Comes around one, way over, but she's early for number 2. Slack rope, it delays her turn. She's going to be fast and narrow around number 3. High handle, and she's going to be late on number 4, and she stands up just to get 4 buoys.
Well, and we should point out that you have to stand up and ski out the exit, or you get no buoys. This is Helena Kjellander now.
As well, she's slow coming out of number 2. She's later on number 3. She'll just try to get outside of 4 and stand up to tie Kristi.
And in fact, that's what we have, a runoff now. That's probably what Mike and Parker are talking about. Which of the girls is going to come out on top?
Well, the window of opportunity was open for Helena Kjellander. She didn't capitalize. Now Kristi Overton's got a second shot. Nice turn there. Extending, accelerating, and she's going to run all of this because she's got a great 4 ball around 5, and she makes all 6, which we saw so often last year, no matter the conditions.
Kristi Overton, 6 buoys at 40 feet, and here comes Helena behind the Mastercraft. She is getting ready to attack the course once again.
And that is exactly what she's going to have to do. This is the moment. She can't afford to falter at all. She needs all 6 buoys. Coming to number 1, extending, grabbing the handle. Pretty good start. Into number 2, she needs a tight line, gets a little bit of a slack line, a little further down course. Really going to be far down course here, and way inside of 4.
Disappointment, dejection for Helena Kjellander, as she knows that Kristi Overton has won it all.
Kristi Overton starts the year in a huge way. A couple of tour records on top of the rest of the field. Dan is with our champion.
You're a world champion, Masters champion. It goes on and on and on, and now you're the defending tour champion here.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure because of that, all at 23 years old?
Not really. I've been skiing so long, and I've been skiing against these same skiers since I was 10 years old, because I used to trick against them. And I just go out there and ski for myself. I know what I can do, and if I just go out and try to do the best I can, I don't really care how I finish.
Well, I know you are cold. You can warm yourself up with the fact that you are the first champion here on the tour, and the first sight we'll make sure and see in Phoenix. Congratulations, Kristi Overton.
Thanks.
A great smile, and why not? Our champion not only won the first sight, but she also set a new tour record, 4 buoys at 38 feet, and that is good enough for our radical maneuver. Sponsored by Toyota. I love what you do for me, Toyota. Woo!
ESPN Hot Summer Nights is brought to you by Toyota, reminding you to always buckle up. Do it for those who love you. And by Subway, the place where fresh is the taste.
Why do people really like Toyota Paseo? Take this home lie detector test. I like Paseo because A, it's practical, has a driver's side airbag, or B, women dig it. A, it has 100 horsepower performance, or B, women dig it. A, Paseo starts under $11,800, or B, women dig it. Paseo, a very practical car from Toyota.
This year, Subway will climb up to become the second largest restaurant chain in North America behind McDonald's. Our dedication to making fresh sandwiches paid off. We thought we'd celebrate by climbing North America's second tallest mountain. So here we are, every Subway owner. Don't worry, we've got safety ropes. To thank you, we're having a 2-cent sale. Everyone who buys a medium or large soft drink automatically wins delicious Subway food for just 2 cents. Hey, look, a penny. I'm halfway there.
Come in and win. It's the 2-cent sale at Subway.
Where can you get the largest selection of water sports equipment anywhere in the world? Overton's. Where can you get the guaranteed lowest prices on all your water sports needs? Overton's. Where can you get all of your water sports needs fast with guaranteed satisfaction? Overton's. Call for your catalog now. Overton's, the world's largest water sports dealer.
Thursday nights, ESPN sets them up and knocks them down.
Knockdown! Knockdown Thursday, ESPN!
Ow! This week, get ready to roll at the Wyoming Valley Open. Then two-time former champion Roger Mayweather slugs it out with USBA champion Carl Griffin on Top Rank Boxing.
Knockdown Thursday, ESPN! Hey!
And welcome back to sunny Orlando. Hello, everybody. Dan Debenham and Wayne Grimditch. Glad to have you along. This is our first stop on the Bud Waterski Tour, and women weren't the only ones on the water today. Let's take a look back at how Andy Mappel and the rest of the guys did in the slalom competition. Mappel, of course, the world record holder in this event.
And the dominant slalom skier in this event for the last 4 years. He had this tenacious battle with Wade Cox. It's beginning to get routine between the two of them, but Andy once again showed the rest of the field that he's got the sharpest edges on the slalom course.
Andy Mappel, no problem with 6 buoys at 37 feet. And that was good enough for the win as he outdueled Wade Cox, and Andy decided to go ahead and go for additional bonus points at 35.5 feet, but down he went on the first buoy.
I just kind of came into Orlando. I don't kind of signal out anybody. Wade's skiing great, Mike, Jeff, there's a lot of skiers. Even who didn't make it to today, you know, could turn around and come through and win next weekend. I just kind of try to go out there and just do my own thing, and hopefully that, you know, my own thing is going to be enough, or at least to stay consistent throughout the year. I think that's going to be the key.
Well, if Andy Mappel was consistent, Jeff Schmick was a lot of fun. This is the men's freestyle jumping competition, and Schmick was our winner. He certainly knows how to fly.
With the absence of Dave Reinhardt due to an injury, everybody thought it would be Hank Amos. But it was Jeff Schmick, a beauty on his second jump, 798 points on the 720. Then he finished his round with a back full twist, a gainer, sensational form. And after a couple of years of injuries, he realized the glory of persistence.
Yesterday, we had a few twists and turns, and guess mostly that Dave Reinhardt wasn't here today. Did you feel an ease of pressure or more pressure because he wasn't here?
Well, actually, the pressure was still on because, you know, Hank and Mike Tolzman can really exert a lot of pressure on you. You know, Hank's a really clean skier, and, you know, you can never count Mike out.
Oh, and here comes the Mastercraft again, and here comes Bruce Neville. As we take a look back at the men's jumping competition, Bruce, as usual, pushing Sammy Duvall for first overall, and in fact, that's what he gets.
Big skis, big air, big result. 197 on his opening leap. Put Sammy on notice that, hey, I've been practicing during the winter. Now, although he crushed on this jump, not a bad jumping round for the first event of the season in less than ideal conditions.
Well, the key today, basically, I just had the right cut on the first jump, and basically I was moving all around before the ramp, and just luckily I moved around at the right time and hit it correctly. Like, the ramp's not the greatest. I got this new surface that didn't work. It's really slow, so, there's been a few accidents this weekend, and, I'm just glad to get through the weekend, and lucky I came on top.
Well, overall, it was Andy Mappel picking up the most points on the first stop of the tour, 29, followed by Bruce Neville, Kristi Overton, Jeff Schmick, and Sammy Duvall winds up with 24 points. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back with more right after this.
Valio, back support for every sport. Call 1-800-634-2704.
Introducing the world's first voice-activated remote control, the VCR voice. Now you can program your VCR with simple voice commands. You just talk to your VCR voice and it records any program, anytime. Watch. 2, Thursday, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. I just program my VCR. It's just that easy. Call for free information on the amazing VCR voice. Call 1-800-VCR-VOICE. 1-800-VCR-VOICE.
ESPN Star Spangled Weekend includes flying colors of a different kind. See expanded thoroughbred racing coverage, the Hollywood Gold Cup, plus more live action from Belmont Park. Saturday afternoon on ESPN.
Baseball's best hitter, Barry Bonds of the Giants. Baseball's best rookie, Mike Piazza of the Dodgers. Arch rivals clash tomorrow night live on ESPN Tuesday Night Baseball.
The 1993 Bud Waterski Tour is being brought to you by Mastercraft, the leader, and pulling farther ahead. Well, as we wrap things up, we promised you an update on Jody Skipper. You remember that in the women's jumping competition, she came off that jump, and it looked like she might have tweaked that right knee. In fact, she did. She'll require surgery. We wish her good luck, but we had an opportunity to talk to her about what happened on the ramp.
Well, I've just got back from the hospital and they've confirmed that I've torn my anterior cruciate ligament, and I'm probably going to go in for an MRI sometime this week, and then from that they'll determine whether I've got to have surgery.
What exactly happened? I've heard that it happened on the jump, before you hit it, or when you hit the water.
I definitely know it happened on the jump because I felt my ski shoot out to the right and I felt something crack in my knee, and in the air I had no control, a little control over my leg, my right leg, and I thought, oh, this isn't right. And when I landed, it was sore, but like the skiers kind of can put up with a bit of pain, and when I landed I thought, no way, and I just let go, and it wasn't until I really fell in the water and the weight of my ski pulled on my leg that it really started to hurt. So.
Jody Skipper, she's a competitor, and competitors always come back. We'll wish her good luck. For Wayne Grimdich, I'm Dan Debenham. Our next stop is in Phoenix, and that's where we'll catch up with you next. So long, everybody.